Welcome to New Zealand. Thanks for joining me. My name is Paul Smith. I am a photographer based in New Zealand, Auckland, New Zealand. And today I'm reviewing a roll of Kodak Ektar 100. And I thought, what better place to review a roll of kind of what's considered one of the better landscape films in or on the landscape itself today. So I've just come for a stroll into the Waiuku forest here, and I'm just going to chill for 10 or 15 minutes, have a chat about this roll of film, show you some pictures. You can make up your own mind. I'll give you my thoughts, and I guess at the end of the video we'll concur and come to a conclusion. Kodak Ektar 100 colour negative film. Before I start, I just want to just read you a quick kind of spiel on the film, so it gives you a bit of an idea if you haven't used this film, some of the specs of it, what you can expect from this film according to the manufacturer. So Ektar 100, it cost me about 13 New Zealand dollars. Again, I'm going to use Walken's spec sheet on this. So basically this is what the spec sheet says. Description. Featuring high saturation and ultra vivid colour, Ektar 100 offers super smooth grain and vivid colours. Ideal for scanning, and it offers extraordinary enlargement capability for a 35mm film. 36 exposures on the roll. It's a daylight balanced colour negative film, ISO 100, 21 degrees and C41 process. It's extremely high grain, vivid colour saturation, high sharpness, T-grain emulsion, ideal for scanning. So that's a spec sheet, and typically I think this is a renowned landscape photography film, which is pretty much what I used it for. I took my time with this roll, and one of the things I said to myself a few weeks back is that I need to take more time with shooting my finished product for my vlog, rather than trying to go out and shoot a roll in a couple of hours or an hour. I was really looking forward to shooting it, and particularly after the previous roll that I shot of Superior 400, the Fujifilm, I really got a big buzz out of shooting that film. Everything that you're going to see was shot on my Leica M6, and it was shot with a 35mm Summicron. All the shots were metered through the camera. I used the in-camera metering, which is what I always do. What I was expecting was just like this really lush, vivid-looking film, and I was looking for colour. I was looking for colour in my shots, and I got the roll back. And to be fair, I was a little bit disappointed with this roll. Now I had this developed by in a lab. They also scanned the negative, and they emailed me the scans. I have tweaked things, tweaked things a little bit. I've kept the colour pretty much as it was. I haven't changed any sharpness. I haven't put any clarity on the pictures. I try to keep it as kind of as close to what I got back as possible, but with a little bit of tweaking that you could do when scanning anyway. So I've tried to keep the film as natural as possible. So just going over the pictures, if you saw my last vlog, I was doing some long exposures, and when I did my previous vlog, I actually had the roll of Ektar in the camera, and I thought it would be a good opportunity just to kind of like do a side-by-side comparison on some long exposures and on colour film and on digital. And basically, as you can see, I think the long exposures came out pretty good. I was fairly pleased with the results there. Compare quite nicely to the digital stuff. Picture here of somebody has lost a soccer ball, football actually. It's not a soccer ball, it's a football. There was this yellow football in the reeds and that by the river, and I thought it kind of might take a cool picture. It didn't come out as good as I thought it might do. The shots that I took at the river that day, they were okay, and I guess they were okay, and you can see and make your mind up for yourself how they compare to the digital stuff. Probably my favourite pictures of the roll were taken just here in the forest. As you drive through the forest here, there's this there used to be an old cottage on site here, which was obviously a farm cottage, and at one point actually the cottage was actually still intact, but now all that stands of that cottage is the chimney, and there's a tree there. And actually I always loved driving past that scene, and I had to take a picture of the scene with this film. And it was one of the pictures that when I just saw the colours in the scene, I thought, got me excited using this film and my expectations. I guess out of all the pictures I took on this roll, these few pictures here, I think do show the true qualities of this film. I think, that shot, plus I took a shot with the sun at my back of just a landscape with a farm fence and stuff like that. There was also some cows there, and this is where, again, I think I probably obviously shot straight into the sun, which to the film's credit was probably more my fault than the film's fault. Yeah, I was expecting more from that shot. When I saw that picture, it just gave me goosebumps, or I just felt there was a picture there. And I think if I shot that on digital or on black and white, my results would have been better, or more to my expectations rather. One of the other things, Bay's got a bunch of mates, and every Monday they used to go for a big pack walk, and I thought it might be a good opportunity to get a photo. And there's this really cool red door on the entry of the forest here, and it's got keep clear from the doorway, something like that. So I thought what would make a kind of a cool picture was to get the dog sitting in front of the door and get a shot of that. Again, obviously good colour. It was a good opportunity to get some colour in the picture. I kind of like the picture, but again, I'm a little bit disappointed with the way it transferred into the film. Again, you might have different feelings about that. Just where I live here, it's just in the estuary, a bunch of old tyres, pretty ugly really, but I again thought it made an okay shot, and again, it's not too bad. Another shot, I've shot this before on black and white film, but the Pony Club out here has got the sign, and there's an old shed behind the sign. Every time I drive past here, I just go, picture. It's kind of cool. But again, I get a feeling, I was expecting this film to be a lot warmer than it was. I was expecting the tones to be a lot warmer and richer, and it kind of just reminded me actually more of a Fuji film than anything else. That was a pick of the pictures. Again, I was kind of a little bit underwhelmed with the results, and expecting a little bit more from it. And again, I think this is probably more of a professional grade film than the previous film, and I guess what you're getting with professional grade films, you need to be a professional, and if you know what you're doing with this stuff, I think it makes a big difference. I think one of the things that frustrates me a little bit about, I guess more so colour film photography, is that it seems to be very specialised, and in previous vlogs I've had people say to me, you should be using this film in different conditions, and if you'd used it in this kind of light rather than that kind of light, you would have experienced it a lot better. Having to pre-think the conditions doesn't really work well for me. I really want to be able to shoot what I've got on hand. So maybe that's a thing that I'm missing with colour film photography, and more of these specialised films. But I definitely would shoot Fuji Superior 400 or any of those cheaper films before I'd shoot this. Maybe that kind of stuff just suits me better. I'll be interested in your thoughts on that whole theory that of colour film, and the pro films being a little bit more kind of niche and a bit more kind of specialised and needing a lot more technical kind of pre-thought. Let me know. My little cut of inspiration this week, I just want to quickly talk about a video that I've seen this week that I just want to share with you guys, because I think, important thing for me is to kind of spread the word on other stuff that I see and inspiration that I get, because as a photographer, it keeps the candle burning, it keeps the light ablaze, it keeps the fire hot inside. And this week I saw a video by a guy called Borut Peterlins, and Borut, I hope I pronounced your name properly. He has a channel called Top Shit Photography, I think it is. Awesome name for a channel, love it. Anyway, I just saw a video by him this week, and it just kind of was one of the highlights of my week, and I just want to share the experience with my viewers. And please, if you want to see something that's very cool and is if you enjoy what you see on my channel, you'll just love this. He put together this video in a nutshell, went out into the back of nowhere and got away from stuff in the wilderness alone with him and his dog. Not only did he shoot analog photography, he shoots wet plate, and he did it in the middle of nowhere in a forest, in a dark room in the middle of a forest, which just blows me away. Here's me thinking that I have it pretty hard, putting together most of my vlogs are on film photography, and I think I've got my work cut out, but this guy topped it 100 times over what he did in this video. And everything from the monologue at the start to his summing up at the end was perfection for me, and kind of just really hit a chord. Summed up where I am with my life, my vlog, my photography. I just agreed 1000% with what he put across. So go and check out his video. I'm going to put a link below for it. Highly recommend you go and see it. If you do nothing else this week, go and check out his video, Borut, Peterlins, top shit photography. Awesome, man. You nailed it. That's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the review of the film. Please, hope you got something out of it. You may have different views about what you saw than I did. But that's up to you guys, and that's the cool thing about photography. It's the cool thing about life. Everybody has a different view. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I'd really appreciate it. You can subscribe by hitting the button. You know how to do that. Like the video, share the video. I'd really appreciate it. If you'd like to support my work and my channel, the only way you can really do that is to buy my book, Stolen Moments. Stolen Moments is a book about my film photography. There's a link up here for that. Up here. I think the link's up here for that. I've got to go. I've got to carry on walking, so I'm getting eaten by sandflies here in the middle of the forest, and before I get eaten alive, I'm going to move on. Please take care. Thanks for joining me again. I really appreciate it. Come back again soon. Until we see each other again, haere rā from New Zealand. Goodbye.